If you like Dbdr, Flaked is creating the Dbdr compilation video right now. Apparently in the comments, people are like, we want Dbdr. He's like, listen, I'm behind. He's gonna make a whole video of all our reactions to Dbdr. Yeah.
No.
In 1 hour.
Stupid.
I hope Flake
they think a job is gonna
not kill himself doing that. Like, I hope
he's fucking on the edge, buddy. After these edits. So this is our friend. Oh, wait. Hang on. How could I forget?
My tea's gone cold.
We have to put sad
This is one of the most iconic Dbdr stories ever. I've never listened to it. This is my first time listening to it, but people say
it's like
that this is one of their favorite stories. This is the time that Dbdr got an interview at McDonald's. So he applied to McDonald's, which in and of itself, it's basically over. But it's definitely over when you're a sub-5 male applying at McDonald's.
Definitely.
If you were a Chad at McDonald's, you instantly make manager. You're fucking all the cuties there and shit like that.
Yep.
But as a sub-5 male, when you apply to McDonald's, it all goes wrong. Should have Jester Maxed, bro. Sanine says Canadian Christmas starts December 7th. Au contraire, buddy. That's a special day. It's Gamesmas Day, really December 7th.
Hang on. Sorry, let me just do some audio mixing.
I had a job interview yesterday that I'm almost 100% positive I did not get. But, I mean, the good news is today I've been applying to warehouse jobs all day. Literally all day. That's the one job that I haven't really applied to over the past couple months. I think maybe once or twice I've applied to a warehouse, but...
Alright, I'll make more musical backgrounds for us for the future shows.
Smackhead, you're sorry. They hire people on the spot. Like, there's no fucking... there's no process of, like, multiple interviews at McDonald's, bro. They just hire you.
Yeah. Exactly.
Good thing is, I've gotten a call, and I have an interview tomorrow morning. This dude seems pretty interested, and I think I actually might have this one. I don't know. We'll see.
I think I might have this one.
The one thing you want to do if you go on an interview, because I've been on a handful of interviews, they haven't been bad. It's just very mediocre. I think if you're on an interview, because what I've been doing all day is basically looking up interview questions and answers and all that stuff all day. That's all I've been doing because I can't blow this one. Yesterday I just had the most awkward interview in the world.
Like if I lose this, it's over.
Because and here's the thing. Like it's been what I can't even remember how long. A couple months since I've worked, and I hate having to explain to my family that. Like, oh, it's not, because they think I'm applying to these highly competitive, high-paying jobs, and I have to keep explaining to them, like, no.
So you have to go, no, I'm not. I'm getting turned down at the Walmart, at the KFC.
At Dollar General, fucking Dollarama.
Well, surely you're applying for, like, some sort of, like,
medical technician.
Yeah.
Phlebotomist or something.
Nah, it was the Walmart.
Yeah.
That's the third Walmart.
This past couple months, I've been applying to every single day for the past few months. I don't even know how long it's been. And I tell them, every day I apply to jobs, and I'm not going for the top shit. I go for the bottom of the barrel, if you want to say.
Wait, it's not even like only Walmart. It's like Walmart.
Bottom of the barrel.
Bathroom cleaner.
Yeah.
Minimum wage jobs.
Oh, okay.
And they all result in the same thing. Even the interviews I've had over these past few months, they tell me, oh, wow, you seem like a good candidate. We'll let you know. And then I hear nothing. I've tried to do follow-ups where I go in there after applying online and say, hey, did you get my application? They'll be like, oh, no, we do online stuff, so just keep checking your email. I get that one a lot.
That's so tough.
A lot.
Buddy.
And of course, just straight up, they don't, like, I get nothing. But I want to say 90% of the place.
He has spam emails. He's like so excited. He's like, fuck.
What's crazy, like, these places are fucking crying out for workers.
Yeah.
Man. Like, they can't even, like, a lot of these places, like McDonald's.
The
and
drive-through will have a sign.
Yeah, it used
Please.
to be like 24 hours a day. They can't even staff it 24 hours anymore, so they have to close earlier
Yeah, they're like,
and stuff like
please,
that.
we need an employee or else we're done.
Yeah.
It says that on the drive-through. And this guy, they're like, I don't know. I think I'd rather be closed.
Funny A-Log says they're only hiring Chad at McDonald's.
It's
so.
true.
See, I don't think this has anything to do with his looks, because there's a ton of ugly motherfuckers that are working in fast food. Like, it's just obviously that he's just such a Debbie Downer piece of shit. He's just so fucking depressing that, like, this, like, it exudes off him in the interview, and, like, the recruiter's like...
I've applied to have been fast food places, and you know, only because it seems like something interesting to do, because I just can't stand just being by myself and doing nothing. Like, I really can't, you know. It just sucks. Like, I need to work, and it's very frustrating, you know, trying to get something and you can't get it. Like, it really is very, very frustrating. And yesterday I had an interview at McDonald's, which I think I've applied to, what, 4 of those now? Because I have like a couple.
You've applied to 4 McDonald's and not been hired at any of them?
That
you know, they have
sucks.
the day where you just come in and they just hire like fucking 50 people, like the job fair at McDonald's.
You know, when I was 19, I did McDonald's for a year, right? Before college. I walked in and the guy's like, oh, his name was Eric. He's like, oh, so what do you do? Like, what's your thing? And I go, well, I do like open mics at Yuck Yucks. He goes, really? I love comedy. You can work here. I was like, hired. Like, I swear to God.
Well, maybe he should have just told the manager, hey, I do black pill videos on YouTube. Maybe he would have got hired. Oh, I love that shit.
It wasn't even an interview. It was like you do comedy? I love comedy. Yeah, you can work here. I started like 2 days later.
McDonald's around me, and I've walked into one of them trying to follow up the gate.
Chester.
By the way, Ash. So 2 days later, I remember this like fucking clear as day. We're at another McDonald's in the basement doing like the orientation. Buddy goes, a guy comes in with a gun. What do you do? And it asks for all the money. What do you do? Tiny little Asian girl beside me goes, grab the gun.
That's a girl boss.
And he was like, she's like, grab the gun. He's like, no. Like, the guy got so mad. He's like, no, he'll kill you. Like, give him the money. He's like, yes.
Yeah, McDonald's is about who you know, not what you know.
Gave me the whole, oh, you gotta apply online and we'll let you know.
Grab the gun.
All that type of stuff. I feel like those people, like,
McDonald's money.
That's some Giga Stacy shit.
they don't really like care. I feel like they would like go grab the manager, but they just don't care, and they just tell me that as an excuse. I really don't know. Like, I have no idea. But I had an interview. I had gotten an email saying, oh, it's 6:30, come in for an interview. And that's what I did. I drove down there, and there's this kid behind the counter. I asked this dude, I was like, I'm here for an interview. He's like, okay, let me get, I don't know if it's the manager or whatever this lady's job is, but, you know, this lady comes out. She has like, it's kind of like one of those like bowl cut type of haircuts. Not really. It's like a little past the shoulder. I don't really know how to describe it. Blonde hair, a little chubby, probably like 45 years old.
Right.
Overly positive, and this lady, she's like, oh wow, you know,
Maybe
I wasn't
that's why
expecting
she got
anybody.
hired.
That's why.
Maybe that's why she got hired.
I wonder
man.
why he wasn't hired. The overly positive girl had to speak to him. Probably was depressed for 2 days.
Yeah.
After.
Are you sure? Like, she thought she didn't have anyone to interview today, and I was like, no, like, I got an email, and she's like, oh, okay, and then she's like, oh, yeah.
He's like a big dick about it. He's like, I got a fucking email.
Well, I got an email though.
Like, she's like, okay.
I remember you, just like bullshitting, and I don't even know why. And then she pulled out the computer, pulled up my application. She goes, here, I need you to fill out this application. I'm looking at the one you submitted online. And I was like, what? Because I was very confused, guys. I was like, how come I have to fill out this if you're already looking at it?
Oh God, they do
He's
that
like, oh,
anyway.
I just need you to fill this out. It's another app.
You just have to accept it, bro.
It is
It doesn't
bullshit,
make any sense, but you just have to accept it. It's about the reason that you have to do it, and I understand this now. It's not for any real like logical reason. It's so that you accept like degradation. It's like to show that you're willing to jump through hoops that don't make sense and just eat a big plate of shit with a smile. That's why that part of the process exists at jobs.
Yeah.
You know, that's why. We got Red Tail for $25.
Wow, thank you so much, Red Tail.
Saying both Chris Chan and King Cobra JFS were able to get fast food jobs. But our man, Dbdr, could not. But that's because Chris Chan and King Cobra are Chads.
Yeah?
They're way above 5 in the face. This guy is a sub-5 subhuman swine. So.
And I felt like I was back in like fucking school or some shit. And I was sweating bullets just answering these questions. And my handwriting is pretty shitty. It was like it was a decent amount of questions. And this was the problem I ran into. I didn't know for like the places I've worked in the past, like the 2 jobs I had, I don't remember my boss's names at all. I didn't even refer to them as a name. I never learned their names. I would just call them boss.
That's nuts.
Weird, isn't it?
That's crazy, actually.
Hey, boss.
And didn't know their phone numbers either. I never had any of my boss's phone numbers, and I didn't know what to put for that. I don't know what I put on the online one. I feel like it was like some kind of test. Like she was trying to see if they matched up. I really don't know. Like it's a McDonald's job.
That's what it is.
Bullets. I was nervous. I had to leave a lot of stuff blank.
That's retarded henchman behavior. Just calling the boss. He's like the NPC in video games.
Yeah. It's Spider-Man.
Because like I just was fucking clueless of like the type of questions that were being asked. Like I had like a low IQ moment. I've never had to do that on an interview. I never had to answer shit like that on the spot, like with the like writing things down like that. Like basically making
stringent. The McDonald's hiring process is stringent. He's never had to do anything like this before.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
My God. This Conrad comment. Turkey Tom times too lazy to try. Oh my God. What a comment. If you know, you know.
Another resume. So I finished it. I left like a lot of stuff blank. You had to have like 3 different like sources or whatever. 3 different work history experience. Like it was required, or else I don't really know. Like it said required, but I left like one of them blank, and the other 2 were like half filled out. So I gave her the packet. She's flipping through both.
So you're wondering why you didn't get the job? The 2 at least finish it. He's like, I didn't fill all 3. It said required, and the other 2 I just did half.
Well, I wonder why it didn't work out, pal.
Like she's looking at the, like on the left side she has a computer, and in her hand she's looking at the thing. Her eyes, like she just looks very weird. Like she has like a weird look on her face. And
it's called confusion.
Yeah.
If you notice people do this, like you're probably fucked. Like if people are talking to you or something and they have a really weird look on their face all of a sudden, like you probably did something that you're not aware of, or you're fucked. I don't know, because that's usually what happens to me. And this lady, she was just scrolling through, I don't know if it was my shit handwriting or what, but she was scrolling through the thing, you know, flipping the pages, just looking at all the stuff. She's like, how come you left a lot of stuff blank? And I told her, like, I don't know what to put. She's like, I see. Like she's like, I see.
You think acting like, can you believe? She went, I see. No, I can very much believe that, DB.
And I was like, oh fuck, man. She made like some sarcastic. It was weird, like the way she said it. And you know, for the prior work history, this is a big question. Like, listen, if you're going to go on a job interview, please just look at just get questions, like look up the questions and answers and stuff, because this one was one that I fucked up pretty bad. And so she asked me that. She's like, when was the last time you worked? Which I always get that question, because
everybody
like
does.
even the last,
like literally in the world, when's your last job?
How do you f this up? Oh yeah, I was working at the dollar store. fucking 6 months ago there.
You
Like,
know?
Interview, not yesterday's, but the day before that. This guy, he asked me, he's like, how come you haven't worked? And like, he got like really mad at it or something. He's like, how come you haven't worked?
Finally get a job application is like taking the SAT.
In so long. What happened? Why is there a huge gap here? What happened? And I basically told him, like, yeah, school, very difficult school. I had to put in so much work and, you know, put in so much work for the exams, even though I could get every answer online and didn't really do anything. You know, I basically had to, like, tell him, like, school was hard work, even though it really wasn't. But, you know, oh, yeah, this lady, the first question, listen.
What a hero.
Every fast food place I've ever applied to, they always ask me if I'm bilingual. And I say no, because I'm not. I can't speak 2 languages.
Okay.
I don't know why that's the first question they always ask me. That was the first question this lady asked me. And yeah, anyway, when she said, when was the last time you worked? I panicked because I remember
Why
the guy.
even bring this up? Like, he's like, you ask if you're bilingual. Anyway, all right.
Getting mad at me for that shit, and I said yesterday. Like, that was the first thing I said yesterday. She said, oh, really? Are you still working? And I said no.
Wait.
Because
You said yesterday?
How do you fuck it up that bad?
Just say a month ago.
Oh man, just tell the truth.
it was just so bad. I said no. She's like, oh, what happened? I said, I quit. And then she said, oh, where did you used to work? And I had a fucking like 10-second stutter. I was like, like I couldn't come up with an answer. And I said, I don't know. That was my answer. She asked me, where did you work? You worked yesterday? Where did you work? I said,
He goes, I don't know.
I don't know. And then she had like this weird, again, like this fucking weird look on her face.
You're the one who's fucking weird. Well, she had this weird look on her face.
Yeah.
Whether you were working yesterday, you don't remember where you were working, and you quit yesterday. I mean,
I'd be looking. She's probably like, what the fuck is going on?
it's the
silent
first
for 10.
Cheerful alert! Cheerful alert!
Holy shit, dude.
Seconds, and it was the most awkward shit. I think it's proven if you don't talk for more than 3 seconds, then it's just it becomes awkward. But yeah, this lady literally just stopped talking, and she asked me like 2 more questions, like, oh, why do you think you're a perfect candidate?
And then you just stop talking? He's like,
I don't know.
And that, you know, that's anyone with a brain can really answer these questions. Of course, I was just like, oh, you know, I'm very positive. I love life. I'm a very dedicated person, and you know, like.
Please tell me he said that in that tone. Oh, I'm a positive guy.
That, of course, like it's just you just basically say like, yeah, it's just like common answers, common sense.
Everyone knows. He's like,
He just should have Jester Max, bro. If he was just Jester Max.
I Jester Matt.
Well, that's you got the job by
a
Jester
comedian,
Max.
huh?
Like this guy's
Type of stuff that-
terrible.
You know.
You should say, you know, because like most of these people that go on these job interviews, they all say the same shit. Like, yeah, I'm very eager and dedicated, hardworking, trustworthy. Meanwhile, they could probably like not even be any of those things. But yeah, even if I get this job, even if this lady saw past that fucking weird moment, I don't want to work there because of how fucking awkward it was. She
This
asked
is
me if I had a
crazy.
criminal
That's
history like 3
So
different times.
The cope. Even if I get the job, I'm still not gonna go there.
Because he felt it himself so bad.
And it was just fucking awkward. If I get this job,
This guy
I don't.
deserves everything he gets in life, doesn't he? And then he goes online to complain about it like it wasn't him completely in the wrong and being a retard. He's like, guys, can you believe it? I just completely fucked up the most basic questions possible. Will anyone feel bad for me and give me money? Like,
So funny, dude.
I don't want it. Actually, I'll probably take it, but still, it's gonna be awkward if that lady's there all the time, because honestly, that was the most awkward thing I've ever had to experience in a long, long time, man.
I don't think so.
And then I was just sweating bullets. My face was red, and yeah. So hopefully tomorrow's interview goes well. It's really, really early in the morning. I think it's at 9 o'clock. So You know, I'm used to getting up late as
You
shit.
should just sell Disney shit on eBay.
Yeah.
Can you imagine fees are going in for these interviews, man? Like, holy f***. I don't know. He found a new opportunity. I hope it's better than the Disney princess merchandise. We gotta stop ripping on Ted so hard, you know?
Yeah.
Poor Ted. He just gave up.
I think another pretty big blue-pilled lie we've been told is, you know, besides the whole, there's someone out there for you and anything is possible if you put your mind to it, you only to find out it's not true. I think another big one is family. I mean, you know, when you're younger, you're told family's supposed to be there for one another and look out for one another and love each other, only to grow older and find out that, you know, that one isn't really true either. Now, the reason I'm making this video is because my mom, a few weeks ago, she went on a trip to California that was funded by my Beta Bucks uncle, who looks like Brendan Fraser. Basically, he paid for a plane ticket for like pretty much everyone.
Describing one of your family members as a beta box? Like, this is crazy.
My family to go to California, and I didn't go. There's a reason why I don't go to family gatherings. Like, I genuinely fear for my life when I go to these things. Like, I'm not even joking. I'll get.
Like, is there any reason? Like, any justification? Let's hear him out. He fears for his life at his family gatherings.
Okay.
Into that in a second, but honestly, like, I want to say this. I think like a majority of my family gatherings, and of course, you know, my family's too stupid to realize that 90% of our problems is because we're all genetic garbage. I mean, my uncles have been divorced numerous times.
Jesus.
He just condemns not only himself, but all of his family members as genetic garbage.
Someone just said, let him cook. All right.
Let him cook.
I even have one uncle, the one that I was just talking about, that looks like Brendan Fraser. He's on his fourth marriage now, and it's like, how the f have you not figured it out yet, dude? Like, it baffles. It just blows my mind.
Listen to me now, okay? So, just think of how self-defeating what he's saying is. There's no way for him to get a girlfriend because of his genetics, because of his inherited looks. Yeah. Yet his uncle has been married four times. So there's clearly something, like, not going right with him. It can't just be his genetics.
After the third time, is it like it's time to call it?
Well, at that point, you may as well go for, like, the fucking 9 divorce
True.
special.
Yeah, you may as well.
Fine. But I'd say like a majority of my family gather.
About figure it out, right? Did you see the clip of what's his face, Blade, getting up off the couch is just covered in piss?
Hasn't that happened many times?
No, it was like excessive.
Oh man.
They end the same way. My uncles, they start drinking, and my uncles are a bunch of fucking froglets, man. Like, I swear to God, they have the fucking toad belly. Like, they have it all on fucking deck.
I've never heard that before. A froglet? So they look like frogs, okay?
Man, like, the smoker voice, it's all on fucking point. And yeah, this is like pretty much how they all go. My uncles will show up pissed off, you know, fighting over money, because my whole family, man, just fucking fights over money, and it's like so fucking cringe. Like, they're always fighting over their beta bucks because they secretly know deep down that they're compensating with it. That's why they fucking fight over it, because it's the only thing that, you know, has value to them, because their looks are completely gone. And the thing too, like, the average height, I'd say, for my family, you know, the guys in my family, 5'10". We're all pretty much like average height.
It's normal.
Yeah.
And you know, all my uncles have huge, big ass noses. And we all relatively look the same.
Oh man.
Okay, you all look the same, but so how can it be over for you if, you know, you exist and also there's like other members of your family,
you know what I mean?
like procreating and stuff?
Yeah.
How can it be over for you? It doesn't really make any fucking sense, but
same. But yeah, what I was gonna say about the whole family gathering, so basically how they usually start and end is, you know, my uncles start drinking, then they start fighting, like, and then my mom's always saying, we gotta go, let's go, and she's always saying this shit too, like, oh, it doesn't matter what happens, we have to show up to the family gathering because you never ever know when you're gonna need to use your family, so just act like you care because you don't know when you're gonna need to use them. And you know, it's just you know, shit like that. It's just like, oh my God. And You know, I can even recall what I wanted to talk about this one family gathering. On my first year of college, this was like around Thanksgiving. We had a Thanksgiving family gathering, and my two uncles, the one that looks like...
Like, if it wasn't for his family, he wouldn't even be alive. Like, he doesn't work. He can't support himself. He would die in the fucking gutter.
Yeah.
But he's going to shit on his family for whatever reason. He's basically admitting he's the most dysgenic and worthless of all of his family. Yeah. But then he's going to get on his fucking high horse and judge them.
Yeah, exactly.
Brendan Fraser, my other one who's bald as fuck, like this dude has no hair on his head. They're both, you know, same height, pot bellies. Honestly, they should fucking, they can't even get in each other's face because the stomach just fucking blocks it. They might as well fucking use it as a weapon, guys, because I'm not even joking. Like, if you drop that fucking stomach on someone's head, like, it'd probably do some fucking damage. But, yeah, man, it's just absolutely brutal. So, anyway, what I was gonna say, so my uncle, my one uncle got super drunk. He fucking slams this fucking beer bottle on the table. This is the thing, I don't remember, all I remember was hearing, my uncle, he kept saying this shit over and over again. He was holding the,
fucking Ralph.
Yeah.
The beer bottle upside down, you know, so broken, and he was shaking and his voice was cracking. He was like, "You were never there for me with baseball. You were never there for me with baseball." And I was like, oh my fucking God. And my mom wonders why I don't want to go to these fucking family gatherings anymore. But, you know, I think the reason why...
He fucking smashes the bottle on the table. "You were never there for me in baseball, you piece of shit. I could have went pro. But you didn't push me, you weren't there at the games."
Why he was saying that is because when my uncles were younger, you know, they had high hopes. They believed they could do anything they fucking want, even though they didn't realize that, you know, they're the most fucking, you know, generic, slightly below average people in the fucking world, you know, nothing special. And they wanted to go pro with baseball, you know, that was like their whole thing. They wanted to go pro with baseball. They fucking loved baseball, even though they didn't realize they never even stood a chance. That never even began. And I guess, I don't know, I guess he got too drunk and was like, just, God, the H pill is so fucking brutal. Can you imagine that shit? Having a, like, just imagine this shit. You're like fucking 65 years old. You have a fucking broken beer bottle in your hand.
65?
And
I thought he was 40.
Yeah.
Imagine being 65 and still focusing and
That's Nick Fuentes.
That he didn't get on the baseball team. That is Nick.
That is Nick fucking Fuentes. Back in my day,
I could have been a contender, Rock. Nicky.
You know, you're threatening your fucking brother over baseball from when you were a kid, not going pro. That is fucking, oh my God, man. But there's been so many things that's happened like that I can recall, man. Like, even another big one, this was when I was really young, though. I was like 13 years old. My aunt, she has like some sort of, I don't know what the fuck, but some sort of mental illness. We don't even know exactly, but basically she was having like a mental breakdown, kicked her out the house. You know, my mom was like, "Oh, let's go talk outside," and she closed the door. And
just have a mental fucking breakdown on YouTube, like,
huh?
Isn't this what he does on a daily basis? Though?
Yeah,
the whole, like,
it's literally breakdown? Every fucking thing he does.
My aunt fucking kicked the door down, took a piece of wood, you know, was threatening my mom. And, you know, my grandma fainted. I was on the floor with my cousins playing some game. I don't remember what it was, just not even paying attention because I'm like, this is just fucking ridiculous. And another thing about my family is they eat this fucking fart slop shit garbage, man. Like, words can't even describe how bad their diet is, you know, aside from the whole beer and cigarettes too. They wonder why they have health problems. You're like, "Oh, why is my cholesterol so fucking high? What's going on? Why is my fucking blood pressure through the fucking roof?" And they don't understand why, you know. And, you know, a sad thing I wanted to talk about too, I saw this maybe like a few weeks ago. I was in a pizzeria and this mom and her son walked in, and the son had to be no older than like, I would say like no older than 12 years old. And this kid was so obese, guys, that the tank was empty. I mean, he was out of gas. He was like, just from walking and opening up the fridge, you know. So the mom, yeah, she was like, "Oh, go get something to drink." And, you know, the kid, he opens the fridge, he gets a water, and, you know, he comes to the front, and the mom's like, "You got a water? You got a fucking water? Put that back and get yourself a Coke." And, you know, he fucking waddled back, and, you know, he put the
What? That's ridiculous.
That's tough.
butter in, and you could see him just kind of staring at the Coke, and man, it was depressing to watch. It really was. I mean, this kid was so fucking overweight, guys, that like the fat stored in his fucking
What kind of story is this?
This is twisted.
forehead gave him hunter eyes. Like it was like pushing down on his like fucking eyebrows.
He gave him a hunter
And
eyes.
oh,
Like, this is another thing in incel fucking ideology is you either have hunter or prey eyes.
Yeah. The hunter of prey.
Oh.
Imposter too,
Kid's-
right?
The kid's 12 years old. Like,
You know?
just leave him alone.
I was like, oh my god, like that is just child abuse. You know, like the kid was genuinely sad. He had to get a Coke because his mom was like, you get a fucking water, get a Coke, and I'm like, what the man? Even, you know, even with like our food in general, man, like this was maybe like around that same time too. Like I was doing deliveries at my job, and you know, I was just looking at like all the fast food places like a school was getting out, and like I guess it was like around the time like the schools, like the kids get out, and you know, I was driving down, and they're all going to like all these fast food places because like where I live, there's like this one place, there's like a Wendy's across from a KFC, there's a McDonald's literally fucking across from a Burger King. It's literally just this whole row of fast food, and I'm looking at all these kids who are just morbidly obese, just jumping in these places. I'm like, oh my god. Especially for men, your looks are done for, man. You don't even stand a chance in the dating market anymore. But something like I really, really want to talk about with the whole, and my mom says this all the time to the point where like it's just, it's kind of sad. It really is sad. But she always says like, you're going to break the generational curse of our family. You're not going to be like our family at all. You're going to be better than them. You're going to be successful. You're going to be smarter. You're going to be...
Has she seen your channel?
Oh, man. It's
And-
so over.
The cycle has already continued, man. I really see no differences with me and my family, especially my dad. Holy fucking shit, guys. You know, you want to know the sad part about my dad? My dad, you know, he always used to brag about like, oh, I used to get all the girls back in the day, you know, in my 20s, and he never talked about high school. He never once talked about it. He never once ever showed me any pictures of him in high school. And my mom basically one day told me, she was like, and I always say this too, like father, like son.
It acts like people had like fucking cell phone cameras
Yeah.
in high school, you know? Like,
Back
but-
in the 70s.
Basically, my mom one day, she was like, your father, like, he fucking got, like, ruthlessly bullied. Like, she said, like, it was horrible. She basically had people that went to school with him, and, like, you know, they told my mom that, you know, he was, like, the laughing stock of everything. Like, he always got the shit.
yeah, he got your mom.
I don't know.
He filled her up, so.
What's your excuse? Well, it's different today because of Tinder. Okay.
The end of the stick. Like, it was just, he basically got like tortured. And my mom ended up showing me pictures of my dad from high school, and I swear to God, guys, like at the time it was like I was looking in a fucking mirror. I was like, holy shit. My dad looked like an absolute Dumbo dipshit too. And I'm like, but that's me.
Imagine
I was like, holy
f***. And saying you look like a Dumbo dipshit. That's so
fuck. I didn't even.
Somebody goes, this is actually Xander from the future. This is actually Xander. Like, you know, he's like realizing, fuck, Matthew Vickers is a piece of shit.
Even notice it until my mom's like, he looks like this is what happened. So basically, she was showing me pictures of him. I'm like, he looks like a fucking dumbass. You know, he looks like a fucking idiot.
Jesus Christ.
Why you gotta foul your
Your
dad,
dad?
so hard,
Like,
man? Like,
holy
have mercy.
He's a what a fucking dumbass looking bitch.
I would bully him too. And then my mom was like, look in the mirror. She's like, you look a lot like him. I'm like, what do you mean?
Your mom's just like, yeah, have you seen yourself?
This is so fucking brutal,
Yo,
man.
this is nuts.
And I looked in the mirror and I looked at the
apparently, so last week he was apparently drunk at the strip club,
Uh-huh.
and he just kept muttering to himself over and over, saying, "It's so over. It's so over. This is so brutal. It's so over." And then while he was saying that, he was rhythmically pounding his hand, like just full on pounding his hand against the bar of like the fucking like the strip club area. So there's like whole fucking hand swelled up with bruises and shit.
Jesus Christ.
Photo,
That's
and I was like,
moral.
oh my fucking god.
And he was so
Like, it just hit me
drunk, he didn't remember it. His friend had to tell him that that's what he was. He just kept repeating over and over again. It's so over, and this is.
I thought he doesn't drink when he goes out.
Well, he broke that rule. He's been getting fucking like blackout drunk for the last 2 weeks straight.
Fuck, it's.
Once I was like, holy shit. And you wanna know what my dad is doing now, guys? He is
By the
living in
way-
a mobile home, you know.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, no.
His dad is actually Ethan Ralph. By the way, yesterday, you know, he had been going to the Ramona Flowers Academy,
Yeah.
so he was in inpatient group therapy for 12 hours a day, or outpatient group therapy, whatever the fuck, 12 hours a day, with all these girls. And he got one of the girls' phone numbers, and just yesterday she texted him and said, I'm sure you'll find somebody someday.
Oh.
You're such a nice guy.
Oh.
Just the most devastating thing that could happen.
Yes, good.
And so now he's fucking drinking himself to death again. He's saying it's so over. And he was making these posts. So if you go to his YouTube, there's another one called Dbdr Extended.
Yeah.
And if you subscribe to that, he makes community posts updating you like daily on his life. And it's just like, he was saying for like a week straight, like making posts like, I really want her. Like, I want her so bad. She's my one-itis. Like, why can't I have her? Why is she with this
And
other
then that
guy?
text.
And then he gets hit with that text.
Man.
It's just fucking ruthless.
That's ruthless. It's
Oh, man.
One of those modular trailer homes. I don't really know how to like describe it, but he lives in that, you know, in the middle of nowhere with my grandma, and
So his dad's
man,
living with his
he sees
mom and
escorts
his
all the time. Like, he's very open about it.
So his dad lives in a mobile home with his mother. Like his own
yeah, I was gonna say, like, what the
grandma. So he's Ralph.
So they're divorced.
So he's Ralph. He
the
lived
parents
with
are
his
divorced.
mom.
like, I think like the best way I could like visually like describe this to you guys of this whole thing that my mom says, like, you're gonna break this generational curse of, you know, narcissism and this and that and mental disorders that our family has and depression, and you're gonna beat all these things because, you know, you're special. The best visual way I can describe this is, let's say there's a 5'1" male and a 4'8" female. They're married, and you know, the male, he's saying to his wife, he's saying, honey, when we have our kid, we're gonna break this generational curse of manletism. Our son, he's gonna be fucking Shaquille O'Neal. He's gonna look exactly like him. He's gonna be playing basketball, and he's gonna get us out of this fucking poverty. Like, what are you talking about? It's literally not even possible. You know, I'd say the reason why it's like hard to explain is because there's so many factors, you know, with your DNA, your overall health, you know, what you're prone to, your IQ, your looks, everything. You know, it's kind of hard to like all measure at once, you know, to get, if that makes sense. But chances are you're gonna live pretty much an exact fucking life of like your father, your uncles. You really do repeat the cycle, man. Like, it just, there's no, unless you, like these people, I'm telling you, they're just banking on some rare fucking genetic recombination that somehow, you know, their child has a fucking 200 IQ and somehow, you know, he's just extremely brilliant and, you know, all that stuff. But, you know, I wanted to say too, this just popped in my mind a few days ago. My grandma, she's punching out soon. She's like in her mid 80s. And oh my god, this was like the most horrific shit I've ever heard in my life. My grandma was on the phone with my mom, and
punching out like, dude.
My grandma was like, you guys aren't getting any of my fucking money. I'm taking you all out the fucking will. I guess it's like what is it? End life crisis maybe? I don't fucking know, but my grandma's like, I hate all you. I wish I never had kids. I wish I never had a single fucking kid. You guys fucking ruined my life. You're not getting any money. I'm taking everything, and you're not getting a funeral. And I was listening to this. I was like, holy fuck. Like, that is the same shit that my mom fucking says to me, man. Like, she always says that, like, oh, I wish I never had you. I'm like, okay, cool.
Whoa.
And then my mom's always saying, like, if I ever act like grandma, let me know. And I'm like, you always do. Like, oh my god, like, you're too stupid to realize, like, we're the same we come from the same fucking genes. We do the same shit as one another. But yeah, you know, another brutal thing I want to talk about, which I found out like
Oh my God, how much longer
maybe,
does this
I want to
go
say
on?
maybe
keep
like a few
checking.
months ago to a year ago that my cousin who, I mean, this is sad. I don't know if you guys can like relate to this. If you've ever had a, you know, a cousin who, or anybody, it could be anybody, a brother, anybody who basically they're getting picked on, they're, you know, they're smaller than you, they look up to you like everything, they're always coming to you, you know, crying for help, and they look up to you like a brother, you know, or whatever. Only to find out that so now basically my cousin pretty much, and I basically found out that he might not actually be biologically related to me. So my Brendan Fraser uncle, his second marriage was basically, I mean, my mom told me this, she wasn't even like, she apparently was a dancer, so I guess that means that she was a stripper. I mean, I don't even know. But basically she's Brazilian. My cousin's half Brazilian and I guess half Italian and Irish. But,
Well,
you know,
that's
it
the thing,
doesn't,
Rabbi
I mean,
Rubenstein.
it's just, first off, yeah, he's sick.
So much. You're right. He horseshoes around to being hilarious. Like, it's just like, it should be the most depressing shit. But somehow, because it's so depressing and he's so talentless, it becomes funny. It's really a fucking trip. I understand it's not for everybody, but yeah, you say it's an Ouroboros of felting.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's finish.
6'4", which, first off, no one in my family is over 6 foot. We're pretty close, but no one in my family is over 6 foot, except for like some people on my dad's side.
So there are people
But
over 6 foot.
Yeah, he lied. He lied.
Really, I don't know. It doesn't really make any sense. But anyway, yeah, like, so my uncle, like, apparently, my mom was telling me this, my uncle apparently refused a paternity test. He basically was like, oh, I'm gonna take care of the baby like it's my own. Yeah, we don't even know. We will never know. That's the scary part. We'll never know. You know, he's 18 now. And the thing too, like, the reason why my mom wanted me to go on this stupid, like, this stupid trip to California, she was like, oh, your cousin. I hate this shit too, like, when people are always comparing you to other people.
Like you do to everybody else.
Like, my mom, she'll always, guys, like, compare me to, like, her friends' kids. Like, oh, my friend's kid is, you know, a couple years older than you, and he's living here and doing this, and he's with his girlfriend and has a job and a career, and why don't you do that? Why don't you do that? And it's just, like, it gets, like, aggravating at some points. But my uncle, I mean, my cousin, for example, he might, you know, the thing is, like, I didn't believe my grandma when she said that at first. You know, this was like a few months ago when I actually found out that, like, how tall he actually was. And apparently he's gym max now. Like, he's been going to the gym. My uncle's been taking progress photos, and he might actually literally be 6'4" because he's almost as tall as the fucking door. And I feel like now he's gonna look. He's, you know, when he was younger, he was always getting bullied. You know, he was extremely short. Growing up, you know, that's another. I think he might be related to me because late puberty is something in my family that is just, I don't know what it is, late puberty, but that's a death sentence, man. Late puberty, especially growing up in school. Even if you do mature like really quickly one year, like near the end, the damage is done. You know, if you've been like picked on and shit, like, it's just, you don't come back from that. But yeah, my cousin went through hell, man. You know, he'd always be crying. He was short and chubby. And I mean, he was always the shortest in the class until one day he just fucking grew. It was the same with me. Like, one day it just fucking grew. I was like, okay. But yeah, it was just absolutely insane. And then now, like, yeah, he's got a girlfriend now. He's got like some scholarship or some shit. My mom was saying how, like, oh, he went to a rave with his girlfriend. And keep in mind what I was saying about my beta bucks, Brendan Fraser uncle. I mean, he has like so many houses all over the place. And basically he rented out like some luxury, some luxury bullshit, like in fucking Miami. And him and his girlfriend and his friends went to it, and they went to like some rave. And yeah, like, my mom was saying, why don't you do that? Why can't you do that? I'm like, oh, I don't know. I don't have a fucking, you know, beta bucks for a dad. My dad is too busy seeing escorts. I don't have a social life. I haven't had a girlfriend yet. And, yeah, that's fucking why. Like, you know what I mean? It's just, it is what it is. I mean,
I'm pulling the plug. Let's go to our moment.
yeah, it's just...
There's like 1 more minute left, folks. I think we get it.
Yeah, we got the...
That's fucking wild.
School genuinely made me hate everything. You know, I don't know which is worse, the academic part or the socializing part, but I'm gonna let you in on a little secret. If you sucked at both, it was over a long time ago for you.
It's over?
Like, he's gotta, like, go back to his school days to fucking seethe about those two. Oh, no.
You know, if you were like me, spent thousands of hours with tutors staying after school, only to be a D average student and fail pretty much everything still, you know, it's over. I mean, tutoring, all that shit, it's so funny to me how, you know, like in high school, I'd get like a bald, manlet teacher, and then these dudes would be like, you're gonna learn, we're gonna sit here and do work, we're here to prepare you for the real world. It's like, they didn't prepare me for shit. You know, I genuinely can't say one single thing I learned useful in high school at all. You know, I was having a conversation yesterday with my mom, and she pretty much told me, and my friends have told me this too. I'm self-aware of it, that she said, you still have the mind of a 10-year-old. You never grew up. You need to grow up. I'm like, how do I do that? She's like, I don't know. That's for you to figure out. I fucking hate that answer.
That's for you to figure out. It's never been this. So imagine your mom tell you, you still have the mind of a 10-year-old at 23.
It must be so stressful hearing that shit every day.
Oh,
you know?
fuck.
Man, like, I hear that answer so much. Like, oh, you gotta figure it out yourself, man. It's like, how? If you don't even know
The fucking Blade fucking advice? Figure it out, dude.
Figure it out, dude.
Figure it out.
what to do, you know? But yeah, that's what I've been hearing. Like, and I'm self-aware too. Like, I know, like, I'm fucking mentally immature. Like, my mom kept telling me, like, you're immature, you need to be a man, you know, you can't keep being a kid. And I'm like, I thought that's what school's supposed to, like, prepare you to do, to be an adult, you know? But as far as the tutoring shit, I remember one time, this is like how the whole tutoring shit started. I mean, I always needed like special classes. They, everyone like knew I had a learning disability. They just never like diagnosed me with like any type of like anything.
So wait a minute, you have a disability, but nobody ever diagnosed you with it?
So how'd you know?
Smells like coke to me.
Sounds like you're just dumb.
Smells like bullshit.
You know, but yeah, the whole special classes, like all that shit, they tried to give me an aid, all that. But how the tutoring started, it was in like, I want to say it was like second grade. We had this math class.
Exact route status.
There was like, it was the letter A through Z, and you had like 60 seconds to answer 20 math questions. And if you did all the math questions and got them all right within the 60 seconds, you'd move on to the next letter. Now, I was falling behind so hard that I was on like letter like D or some shit. Everyone else was fucking prestiged on like the second alphabet.
What?
You know?
What did he mean by this?
Does he mean handwriting?
The use of slang he brings in.
Does he mean handwriting?
Everybody was prestiged on the second alphabet.
Because you make,
it's like
you had
Call of
A to
Duty.
Z, right? You
Yeah.
prestige, you've learned it now in handwriting. Is that what he means?
But wait a minute, he's saying that he was still, like, he couldn't get past the letter D?
Still on the first one, like all the way at the top. So what I did was I wrote down a bunch of random bullshit. Annoyed, disgusted look on her face. She went over to the phone, called my mom and dad, you know, while looking at me. Like, I just remember the look on her face, and I was like so fucking scared. You know, I got home and my dad gave me this talk. He's like, oh, come on, you know, everyone works hard for what they have in life. You can't cheat. You can't take the easy way out. You know, everyone has to work hard. You know, you can't do that. And it's like, it was so embarrassing because like I was still fucking stuck on like the top letters of like the first one. You know, everybody else was on like letter V, W, like the fucking late shit. You know, everyone progressed.
Oh my God, you were right. He's talking about prestige meaning sections of the alphabet.
What? And how does he remember this? I fucking don't. Does anybody actually
It can't be
remember?
real. It can't.
How many of you remember being taught the alphabet? Do any of you remember that? Like, maybe it's such a traumatic experience for him.
Didn't they have
No one here is saying this. Like,
No, they had the alphabet in kindergarten. They had it in front of you on the top always. Remember, over the blackboard or the whiteboard.
Yeah.
It was always A to Z on the top there, right?
Okay.
So you're always looking at the alphabet like the entire time, like your entire like for 2-3 years. I think even in like grade 1 and 2 and shit too, right? Someone goes, I prefer the whiteboard. Very true. Oh, I get what you said. Jeez.
All right, back.
You know, and my dad.
The blackboard caused too much crime.
PTSD from learning the alphabet. It was over before it began.
It's like, oh, you know, everyone has to work hard in life. And I remember they took away my GameCube and gave me this tutor lady, which this lady was, oh my god, man. It was this blonde-haired lady who would always yell at me for not understanding. Oh my god, that shit was a whole. I don't know if you guys have ever experienced this shit too, like in school, where like you'll sit down with your mom or dad doing homework, sit down with anybody doing homework, tutors, it could be anybody, and they pretty much like dumb it down so hard for you to the point where it annoys them, then they start yelling. Like they practically give you the answer and you still don't know what it is. Like that was me. I was like, I don't know what it is, I don't know. And my parents would be like, what's 2 + 2? It's so easy, you know, just fucking yelling and shit. It was like that type of thing. I remember in high school, they paid this kid like so much money. I don't remember how much it was, but my mom paid this kid, this high school student who was super gifted. This dude, I think he got like an award from the president. He had a 4.0 GPA, excelled in everything. And there's fucking people like that. It's like the most unfair shit in the world. It really is. But there's people like that just it seems like everyone I knew was like that. I don't think I really knew anybody who struggled as bad as I did in school.
Holy shit.
I mean, of course I did, because like they were in the same classes as me. But the people like I.
Anyone?
He was always the most.
Like the PIP class is fucking walking by, and you're like, well, I'm probably more fucking than them.
Knew they just kind of like breezed through school like a normal person. Like they just kind of they didn't really have to study at all. They kind of just grasped the information and rolled with it. You know, they just rolled with it. They're just like, those are like a majority of people just kind of do that. They kind of just grasp
the PIP class was like the special needs class in our school. It's what they were called, the PIPs.
Information, go along with it, and then they're like, oh, look at this kid, he's such a dumbass. These you know, math questions are so easy. Oh my god, how can he not do it?
My school.
But you know, but that was me. Like I just sucked at math and English and all that shit. Like I always needed extra help. I would spend like hours and hours after school, you know, with teachers, like just for extra help. And the most brutal black pill of all of them is like, you know,
Emma just says, we just said hard.
When you graduate, it's meaningless. All of that hard work you did means nothing now. Like I said, you don't remember shit you learned in high school.
I mean, you're gonna remember some things.
I don't even remember what I learned in college, you know?
Wait, but you remember the alphabet story?
I mean,
come on, like what do you mean?
So school did him no good, even though they did eventually teach him language. This guy is like bashing fucking rocks, bashing rocks together like a fucking caveman. Like,
school didn't do shit for me. You know, I pretty much went through school getting, you know, yelled at like military boot camp type of shit in these tutoring sessions.
What?
School didn't make me happy. I didn't learn anything. I don't feel like I accomplished shit. How could you? And how could you enjoy life when you have that shit? Like people just constantly saying, oh my god, the answer's right there. How can you be so stupid? The answer's right there. Oh my god. You know, the next day after high school, it just didn't matter anymore. Every schoolwork, everything I worked hard towards to try and get a C average, because that's what I was. I was like a C and D average student. No matter how much help I got, you know, I still had just bad grades. You know, and of course, like everyone's like, you should be proud, you should be proud. No, nope, didn't matter. None of it ever mattered. You know, when I graduated, none of it mattered. It really didn't. You know, like I said, when are you gonna use half the shit you learned in high school? You don't.
Army.
You know, besides what, like basic English, basic math, like that's all you really need to know. You know,
everything else I learned was pointless. You know, all those fucking years of
It could
screaming.
have served as
you
the
know,
foundation for a skill in something you were interested in or something you were capable of that could have led to a career. Instead, you wasted all of it. How many humans in history even ever had an opportunity to be educated? And he just fucking spits on it like an ungrateful ape. He should have been left in a fucking cave.
Like my parents just yelling at me like, how can you not get it? It's so simple. Oh my God. You know, same for my tutors. They do the same shit. They get aggravated after, you know, repeating themselves so many times that they'd be like, what the fuck? You know, how can you not get this? And then it would make me feel like shit and go home cry, you know? So that's why school, like, genuinely
He would cry.
made me hate everything, because it's like,
I'm so glad
it
this
didn't matter
guy
how hard
suffers every day. I'm so
tried.
glad his life is terrible. He deserves it.
He's
He really does. He is climaxing, yeah.
how much tutoring I got, you know, I just still like felt like a dumbass. And like, and I think like the same for like the social, what I was gonna say about like the social part, you're thrown into this environment with people that, you know, you don't know, you don't really care about, and then you have to like get to know each other, you have to avoid getting bullied, all that shit, you know. I didn't really have many friends in school. Like I only had like a handful, which I guess is like better than none.
Yeah.
But the academic
be
shit was
grateful for
beyond
what you
brutal,
have. Oh
you know.
boy.
And that's what like I think made me hate school the most is you know, the academics, because like just falling behind and having these fucking people yell at you like boot camp type of shit, it just like made me fucking miserable. You know, that's probably why I'm like a people pleaser now. Like I try like my hardest to like
He's a people
kiss everyone's
pleaser.
ass because of that shit. You know, these fucking people yelling at me, like trying to make me, you know,
This
perfect, like
pleases
get
no
everything
one.
right, get all the right answers, you know, get an A+, you have to get an A. You know, it's just like whatever. You know, at the end of the day, high school didn't matter. None of it mattered, you know. Like a day after, I lost all the information I ever learned. You know, like seriously, I didn't remember anything I learned from high school. Like during that summer, and it just, none of it mattered. You know, none of that
'cause
hard
you
work
didn't
gave
care.
me anything.
No, he didn't give a
Because he didn't give a fuck. He didn't try. That's why.
Just to get called a child, you know, immature and childish, like all that hard work just to like have people call me immature and childish.
Well, you are immature and childish.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. I can't tell you how many times I've heard the insult "get a life," especially from my neighbor when I was growing up. He always used to say that to get a life, that I was a loser. You know, you're never gonna hear actual successful people and those Chads and Stacys criticizing you to get a life. It's always the normies with that boomer mentality, or like actual boomers. Like it's always them who are criticizing you and saying, "Get a life, get a life." But what actually do they mean by this?
What
It's
do they
always,
mean?
always the first thing is always get a job, support yourself, maybe go to a bar and nightclub every
Really?
weekend and have fun because your life is boring. Who even wants that cliche, outdated life anyways? I mean, really, you know? And for some reason, people think that getting a job,
Wait a minute, hold on.
like that's automatically not gonna make you a loser.
I wasn't showing a screen, but who cares? Go ahead.
So he's saying getting a job is outdated. How do you expect to pay your bills?
How's it outdated?
Like getting a job and starting a family? This is outdated thinking. What you really should do is live with your parents until they die and then be a homeless bum until you die. Brilliant.
Right.
You want to know what happened when I got my first job? Because I've had multiple jobs now. I go to school, I have a job. You want to know what happened? Like my parents were like, "Oh, you got to get a job. You got to get a job and go to school." Finally, I get a job, right? And then once I have the job, you got to make more money. You got to get a better job. Get a better job. It's like, what?
I know.
You know?
Good
I
advice.
already like got it.
Growth and expansion.
Like,
yeah.
we want you to be successful. Oh, this is outdated.
This guy's a legend.
Job. You know, now what? I still need to get a life. You know, I'm still a loser.
Yeah.
It's like, whatever, man. You know?
Whatever, man.
Like,
Whatever,
and
dude.
you watch any Dr. Phil episode, because I've been watching Dr. Phil lately. I don't like Dr. Phil.
Maybe that's the
But
problem.
every single episode where
Wait.
there's a troubled youth, like a teenage,
I don't like Dr. Phil, but I've been watching him lately.
Maybe that's the problem, bud.
You know?
When you're filling your mind with the garbage that is Dr. Phil, it's guaranteed you're going to become depressed.
Yeah.
Dr. Phil is like the fucking express to like Copesville. Dr. Phil is like the express train to like it's over, bro. Like you're felted and there's no coming back. Once you actually start watching Dr. Phil and you just are like, even if you hate him, it's over. Like if your wife or your girlfriend, it's so sad. This is when I knew it was over for my dad. Oh. When he actually started watching Dr. Phil. Like, once you start watching Dr. Phil and you're like hate watching Father Phil, it's actually over, bro.
That is the over.
It's Copesville now boarding. All aboard!
Dr. Phil always belittles them. He just makes fun of them pretty much. And
that's
then
the whole point. Like, I hate how sanctimonious and self-righteous Dr. Phil is. It's so fucking annoying. The best was the bum fights guy just felts him. Because the Dr. Phil's trying to criticize bum fights guy. Yeah, oh, you're exploiting the mentally ill and the downtrodden. Bum fights guy comes in dressed as Phil. He shaved his head to look like Phil.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like, you're looking in the mirror, Phil. All you do is exploit the mentally ill all day.
Let's go, felted, etc.
It's so true. Phil makes his living off like the fucking lowest and like most vulnerable in society.
That
gives them a huge platform to get exposed to people that will fuck with them for their mental illness, and they never get any better. They always fucking spiral, bro.
And at least a bump.
Dr. Phil gave us Cash Me Outside Girl. How about that? And she actually became like a fucking rapper for a period of time, and then cashed in and made millions on OnlyFans when she turns 18.
You need to get a job. And then the whole audience is like, yeah, you tell him, Dr. Phil, yeah.
Well, they probably do
it's
need
like,
to get
that's
a job.
so stupid.
Yeah, they probably do need a fucking job.
How stupid.
They think a job is gonna like get you a life or fix all your problems and everything.
Well, no, it's not gonna fix all your problems and everything, but it's a start, right?
Having money, having like
some level of independence and self-sufficiency, being able to move out.
Well, and also having like a reason.
Yeah.
To get up in the morning. You know what I mean?
It's a start. It's not gonna magically fix all your problems. Everybody has problems.
Yeah.
Even the Chad or the Stacy that he talks about, they have problems.
Exactly.
Everybody has fucking problems. Even the richest, most successful people have problems in their life. But this guy, what do you want me to do, the bare minimum? That's outdated.
Oh, you live on your own, you get your own car. You know, I have my own car. I work and go to school. The only thing I don't do is live on my own. And the reason for that is because my mental health will go in the complete toilet. It will go in the toilet.
Right.
Because you want to know why? Coming home from work and school to an empty apartment with nobody, days on days, you know, just keep going. I can't do that. How can you function? You come home to nothing every day.
Hey, Mom, like that's gonna make your life better.
Is it better coming home to living with your aging mother and being a burden on her than it is to coming back to the empty apartment? Like, what
you get? Like I FaceTime my parents. Hey, what's up, Mom, Dad? How are you? And then I'm like, hey, bye.
I need a girlfriend. I'm entitled to one.
You know? How can you do that? I don't want to do that. You know, I don't want my mental health to go in the toilet, coming home to an empty apartment day after day with nothing changing. You know, I don't want.
Get a cat, yeah.
Then maybe when you have a dog, you go out to the dog park, you pick up some bitches. I don't know. Figure it out, bro.
I don't want that yet. I mean, and people think like, oh, that's the reason why you don't get girls, bro. It's because you live on your own, bro.
So full of shit. Like when you live alone, right? Like you set your own standard for everything. Everything's how you want it to be. Yeah. You can walk around naked. Like it's comfortable.
Yeah.
It's comfortable living alone. Whereas when you're living with other people, like sometimes they'll annoy you or you annoy them or you can't just like be fucking walking around naked singing fucking gospel hymns at 4 a.m. You know?
Stop telling people what you do.
You can't just do that
after the show.
So
sorry, Ash.
It's like my friend who was He's got what is it, SSI? I don't know. He was living with his mom, jobless, you know, off
Was his name Johnny by perchance?
of disability, still going on dates, getting girls, matching with girls on Tinder because he mongs me, you know.
He mongs me.
Oh, Mog. I think they monged me. What?
And it's just like, I don't know. These people are like, oh, you have to get a job, a car. He doesn't even have, guys, he doesn't even have his own car. He doesn't have a car. He used to live with his mom last year, you know.
Okay.
So
and
he's
he
improving.
doesn't have a job.
He's winning.
And he's
Yeah. Wait,
still, he has date after date after date.
this is like...
Imagine seething. Like,
He has dates and he doesn't have a car. Well, he must be doing something right.
yeah.
You know, and meanwhile I can't get anything, you know. It's just like, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter where you live, what you do, you know. Oh, you need to get a life and then you won't be a loser anymore. I feel like this is the thing, you know. I feel like people categorize losers with their looks, you know, because if you see a dude with a recessed chin who's short, you're gonna automatically think he's a loser, and you're not gonna know anything about him. You're just gonna think he's a loser because of the way he looks. But if you see some Giga Chad with a super chiseled jawline, you're gonna think he's a winner just because of the way he looks. Like, people categorize people and call them.
I guess.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
I guess,
not
but does
wrong.
that mean you should just not get a job? Okay, yeah, things are going to be better and easier for people who look better.
If you're a Chad, yeah,
You know,
sure.
things are also going to be better and easier for people who have more money, people who have more friends, or people who have this or that. It doesn't mean that you just give up and say, oh, well, getting a life is overrated because this guy had it easier getting there.
But I mean, what's his solution? Just like die?
There is no, it's just to cry about it.
Losers just because of how they look. Like, it doesn't actually matter what they do. You can be like a manlet millionaire and they won't even know. They'll still call you a loser because of the way you look, you know, those first impressions.
Just calling it,
you know, if
so like, if you're a fucking millionaire, and just think about this for a second, right? Like, you own your own company, you're a millionaire, you're highly respected in all the circles you run in, which is like your business and your business associates and this and that. Like, where is this like group of 10 Stacys that are blonde that are just laughing at him and calling him a loser?
Yeah.
And if that did happen, do you even think he would give a
No.
There's girls fucking, like, if you have the money, there are girls lined up for a beta bucks like that.
Yeah.
And it's just like this just fucking like weird delusion. Like, oh, well, then it's copes and I don't know, man. You gotta figure it out. And it's all just like this weird like fantasy shit. Like, these people are snickering at you. Like, what
It's paranoia.
Like what people are doing this? Like, you go out in public and like there are these people doing this to you? Really?
But he's drinking.
Like, nobody gives a fuck about you. That's the thing, you're invisible. No one cares.
looks didn't matter so much, why do we have that quote, don't judge a book by its cover, you know, don't judge people based on their looks? I mean, it's just like, and I fall under that shit too. People look at me, and even my mom said that shit. She said like, oh, you know, maybe the way you look, people are gonna think you're a loser and stuff, and they're gonna judge you, and oh, you need to look past.
I'm sorry, it's so over. I'm sorry, it was over.
Them because of the way you look, and it's just like, whatever, you know.
Whatever, Bob.
Like, people think I am like a drug addict, like, by the way I look. I don't know why.
What? What?
Well, he's an alcoholic though, isn't he?
Yeah.
You said he's been drinking every
He's been
single
drinking
day.
every day.
Yeah.
And especially like the kids with like the bug eyes in school, like everyone used to like make fun. Like, there's this one kid in my school with super big bug eyes. We always used to like call him a crackhead. It's like, the way you look is literally your life.
By
you
the
know?
way, like, he's just a completely abusive asshole to everybody in his life who doesn't live up to his
shit.
perceived
Yeah.
standards. But then he cries when other people like will make fun of him or be
You
mean
know?
to him.
Yeah.
We called him crackhead. So then when somebody calls you like ugly loser and laughs at you, what is happening?
Yeah, exactly. Like, what the f?
But anyway, getting a life, You know, it's outdated. Like, it's so outdated. People, it was so different back then. You know, I look at footage, like, I always watch, like, old footage from, like, the 80s. Like, everyone seems so much more humble. You know, maybe I'm wrong.
Buddy,
What the f*** are you talking about? How can you tell if people are more humble by watching stock footage from the 80s?
people used to, like, haze. Like, hazing was brutal.
Bullying was like a sport back then.
But
what are you talking about?
I got so unlucky. We got, like, the grade 8s to 9s, and you know, when we went to high school.
Your grade 9 day?
We were like the last year that was allowed to happen to. Wedgies, fucking, like, every grade 9 was just fucking, even the girls, like, just fucking, like, the most terrible hazing. And then the year after, it was like, if you are caught hazing, you will be suspended type thing. And then they did that. Then it became like on the auditorium. It was a cafeteria, you know, type thing, and had the stage on it. Then you'd have all the grade 9s, but like the teachers would haze them, but it was like for fun, and it was more like kind, like a pie to the face. We got the fucking hanging up our fucking boxers on the fence and shit, like beatings, like, oh my god.
Let me have a
I was like
Canadian
the worst year, the final year of hazing.
Someone left like a comment, I think yesterday or the other day, saying how like the older generations, like they could like leave their doors open and not have to worry about anyone like robbing the place, and like you know, everyone knew each other. I mean, that's so true, because like my mom, you know, she's a boomer.
Thank
She
you so much,
tells me
guys.
that shit all the time. She's always, literally every day, she's always complaining about like this generation and how her generation was literally superior compared to this. Like, she always says how everyone knew each other. He's like, she always says like, oh, you kids you have it so easy, but you're all like inside and isolated on your phones. You have all this technology. It's so easy now. Back then we had to do all this, and she was like saying like it was more fun without the technology and all this shit. Like, she always wants to go back to like the 80s, and it's just like, you know, it's a different world. That this getting a life thing can't apply now. You know, I know so many people who are just flopping at life completely.
By the way, get a life isn't like, it just means like mind your own business.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
Like,
taking
took
it to
very
the next
literally.
level,
Like,
you know, like a life.
what do you mean? I'm already dead.
It's just, I'm pretty sure it just means mind your own business.
Like, just
So
still in their
literal.
mid-20s, just don't even have their shit together. Guys mostly. I don't know any girls who like don't have anything figured out.
What?
And it's just like,
I'm sorry to say
What do you-
this, but there are a lot
fuck?
of women who don't have anything figured out. I've known them personally.
Get a dog.
Like,
Get a
like
job,
my fucking
bitch.
bitches can't even fucking keep like a place clean. Like, it's
You know?
a fucking sty. They're fucking like broke as fuck.
dumb,
Always
they're
in
used.
debt.
Every guy ghosts them.
Yeah.
Because they're fucking like neurotic and.
There's a lot of women that don't have their shit. Like, he just really believes that all women are just millionaires. Like, all
You know?
women, just everything is super easy all the time. It's really not.
Single moms, Gucci's.
even do? Where do you start? You know, this getting a job obviously isn't enough. You know, I have a job, I have my own car. You know, what do I need to do? Live on my own just so I could be miserable in my own apartment, you know? And then people
Start lifting, stop drinking, find a girlfriend, find some joy in life, find a hobby that you enjoy doing. What else?
are gonna say, oh, you just need to change your attitude.
I don't know,
really
like,
have
there's
it.
a lot of things, for instance, where, like, I know, like, it's always the tendency to push that, like, men have it so bad, and, like, it is tough as a man, but, like, as a woman, like, nobody will ever take you seriously.
Yeah.
Nobody takes your ideas seriously. Nobody like, in business, like, if you have a career, nobody takes you seriously. Like, there's a lot of problems that women have, right? Like, there is, but we're not allowed to talk about that because, you know, men have it worse, especially in today's society. But
We do.
anyway.
An attitude. I don't like. I don't care. Really. You know, I like all of this shit. Like, you people think that I genuinely talk to people like this, and I'm genuinely like negative around people. Like, I obviously your first impression, you're not gonna fucking do that, you know. Like, oh, that's the reason why you can't get a girl is because you're negative. It's like, I'm not gonna act like this in public. Like, you gotta realize that.
Just imagine being an ugly woman. How f***ed you are.
Oh, it's over.
Like, you're just f***ed. It's legit over.
It's never been this.
Whereas as an ugly man, like, it's, you know, there's still option, there's still hope.
Yeah.
You know, because it's like, it doesn't matter as much what your looks are. Like, I know this guy will tell you that looks are the only thing that matter at all, but he's wrong. And I know he's wrong because my life experience and many other people's life experience show that he's wrong.
Yeah.
Yes, is it harder when you don't have as good of a looks? Of course it is. Nobody has ever said that it's like, oh, you have an advantage by being ugly. No, you're clearly disadvantaged. But, like, this just, like, looks is everything, and if you're not already a Chad, 10 out of 10, ripped from birth, there's no hope, bro. You may as well kill yourself. No, that's not true.
And someone in chat just said Ralph has 2 kids.
I know.
This is only for here.
But Ralph, like I
what
just
goes
don't
on
know
in my
if
head,
that's
I'm not...
really true. Yes, there are 300-pound women that still get a simp, just like there's 300-pound men that still get laid. But there are, like, ugly fucking women that just have a certain type of personality that never get dicked.
Well, or they'll get dick from, like, a drunk dude at a bar, but he ain't calling her back.
Yeah, I don't know. I just think the mentality that all women always have, like, a provider for them at all times is just not true. But it could be a bad take, you know.
I'm not gonna, like, talk to people in real life about, you know, I'm not gonna, like, go up to some girl and start complaining about shit. I'm just gonna, like, greet them, and then they'll be like, oh, hey, you know, we'll talk, and then nothing really happens. But it's like, yeah, it's like that shit. Like, getting a life completely outdated. Getting a life was something for, I think, like, the 90s and below, honestly. You know, getting a life. I can't imagine, like, I think my grandparents had it the easiest, you know? Like, my grandfather was working since he was, like, 14, had a house, and got married by the time he was 18. Like, can you imagine doing that? Can you imagine actually getting married and owning your own house? And the house that he got, I can't remember how much it was, but it was so cheap, like, that you could literally, anyone could afford it nowadays.
Yeah, but he's talking about, like okay, but... Anyway, I mean, he's right about the housing.
Oh, no, it was easier back then, so let's give up now.
Yeah.
I understand it was a lot easier back
definitely,
then. I've done shows on it, but...
Yeah.
Well, that's, is there any more?
Like, I can't remember it being super cheap, like, the house.
That's all. All right, guys.